Tesla just crossed the line between man and machine. Their new Optimus robot doesn't just move like us, it feels like us. And that changes everything. Tesla just crossed the line between man and machine. Their new Optimus robot doesn't just move like us, it feels like us. And that changes everything. When Elon Musk first announced the idea of a humanoid robot, most people laughed. A car company making robots? It sounded ridiculous, another one of Musk's impossible dreams. Even die-hard Tesla fans thought Optimus was more science fiction than science. For years, all we saw were short clips and staged demos. No public sales. No working units outside Tesla's labs. Just a promise that seemed too far away. But quietly, behind factory doors, something extraordinary was happening. The team that once built electric cars was now re-engineering the human body, piece by piece. Every movement, every joint, every motion was studied and rebuilt in metal and code. The goal wasn't just to make a machine that looked human. It was to make one that moved and learned like one. And now, after years of skepticism, that dream is real. The new Optimus Gen 3 doesn't just walk and wave. It writes, cooks, ties shoelaces, and can even pick up an egg without breaking it. For the first time, a robot has crossed into territory once reserved for humans. Touch. That's not hype. That's engineering history. But this breakthrough didn't happen overnight. In fact, it started with a single question. How do you give a machine the hands of a human? The human hand is a masterpiece of evolution. 27 bones, dozens of muscles, and thousands of nerve endings working in perfect harmony. Rebuilding that complexity inside a machine? Practically impossible. For years, every robotics company tried and failed. Their robots could grab, but never feel. They could lift, but not adjust. Tesla wanted something different, a hand that could think while it moved. That's why Optimus Gen 3 isn't just another step forward. It's a complete redesign. Each hand now contains 42 independent joints, controlled by a network of micromotors that mimic human tendons. Beneath the surface, hundreds of pressure sensors act like nerve cells, allowing the robot to sense temperature, weight, and texture in real time. It can tell the difference between silk and steel. It can hold a pen steady, slice vegetables, or tie shoelaces, all with fluid, human-like grace. During its live demo at the University of Pennsylvania, the crowd actually gasped when Optimus raised its hand and began to write. Every finger moved with calm precision, every line smooth and deliberate. No shaking, no hesitation, just perfect control. And when the robot raised its hand to give a thumbs up, the audience knew they weren't looking at a trick. They were watching history repeat itself. The same way Tesla changed cars, it was now changing what it means to move. But this wasn't just about design. Something much deeper powered those movements. Something invisible, buried inside its chest. And that's where the real story begins. Inside Optimus's chest lies something far more advanced than gears and wires, a brain. Not the kind made of flesh and neurons, but of silicon and code. Tesla calls it the AI-5 chip, a redesigned processor that learns the world the same way Tesla's self-driving cars do, through billions of real-world images, moments, and decisions. Every movement Optimus makes is powered by vision and experience. When it grips a cup, its cameras recognize the object's shape, its sensors feel the surface, and the AI instantly calculates how much pressure to apply. It doesn't follow a script, it adapts. Like a human learning from touch, Optimus improves each time it moves. The more it works, the smarter it becomes. That's the true genius of Tesla's design. A single AI system trained not just to see, but to understand. The same neural networks that guide Tesla cars through traffic are now guiding a robot through the physical world. It's not just reacting, it's anticipating. Knowing when to be gentle, when to hold firm, and when to stop. This level of intelligence comes at a cost. Building a robot that can learn means giving it freedom, the ability to make micro-decisions on its own. And that's exactly what Elon Musk wants. A machine that doesn't just follow orders, but one that can think, respond, and evolve. But that raises a new question. If Tesla already has the technology to mass-produce these robots, why is Musk deliberately slowing things down? For a company obsessed with speed, Tesla is suddenly moving strangely slow. Elon Musk once promised that Optimus would be everywhere, in factories, homes, even schools. Yet here we are, years later, and only a few thousand prototypes quietly exist behind closed doors. No mass rollout. No global announcement. Just whispers of a private army of robots being trained in silence. So what's going on? According to insiders, the first 10,000 units aren't for sale, they're for learning. Each one acts as a walking data center, feeding back millions of hours of movement, speech, and visual data straight into Tesla's neural network. In other words, every robot is part of a massive real-world training system, teaching the next generation how to be more human. Think of it this way. Your Tesla car learns from every mile you drive. Now, Optimus learns from every gesture it makes. Every screw it turns, every tool it lifts, every mistake it corrects becomes fuel for the AI brain that all future robots will share. And here's the chilling part. These robots are not just learning how to work, they're learning how you work. They're memorizing patterns, reactions, and habits. Behind the glossy demos and viral clips, there's a growing belief that Tesla's true mission with Optimus isn't about helping humans. It's about replacing them. Factories already use prototypes that work 3 shifts a day, never sleep, never complain. Each robot can perform tasks faster and more precisely than a team of trained workers. And with Tesla's AI updates streaming and over the air, every robot learns what the others learn instantly. That means one breakthrough in California can upgrade 10,000 robots across the world in seconds. No training, no onboarding, no human error. Just pure, exponential growth. And if you think that sounds extreme, remember what Musk said years ago. AI will be smarter than us, and we need to be careful who's in control. Yet here he is, building machines that might outthink, outwork, and eventually outnumber us. Some call it progress. Others call it the beginning of human obsolescence. Economists are already warning that once humanoid robots hit mass production, millions of jobs could vanish overnight, from warehouses to fast food chains to customer service. But Musk insists it's all part of the plan, a universal income future where robots do the labor and humans pursue creativity. It sounds utopian until you realize who controls the robots, the data, and the income itself. Because if Tesla owns the workforce of the future, it might not just reshape the economy. It could rewrite what it means to be human. And that's where everything we thought we understood about technology, power, and control begins to collapse. If the 20th century was about building machines that could help humans, the 21st is about building machines that could replace them. And for the first time, that future doesn't look like science fiction anymore. It looks like a Tesla product launch. Optimus isn't just another robot. It's the start of a silent revolution, one that doesn't march or shout, but learns, improves, and spreads. A billion small movements sinking into one unstoppable idea. What if the perfect worker never gets tired, never questions orders, and never asks for pay? Musk says this will create an age of abundance, a world where robots handle the labor and humans handle the dreams. But history has a way of twisting even the best intentions. When machines take over the work, who controls them? And when they begin to think for themselves, who controls us? Right now, Tesla's labs hum quietly, teaching metal to mimic life. Maybe this is progress. Maybe it's something else. But one thing is certain. The day Optimus walks among us, the world will never look the same again. Because the real question isn't how far we can go. It's whether we'll know when to stop.